What's going on, guys? Jeff here with Dubbers Culture Garage. Got a couple new things in the mail the other day. Just wanted to make a quick video and show you what I got, show you how everything works and what I'll be doing with it. So let's head on into the workshop. So I went and ordered myself one of these. It's a ultrasonic cleaner. I ran a batch of bolts through it the other day, or last night. A little dirty still, but I ended up putting some super clean into it, and it came out fairly well. So I'll be doing a whole nother batch, but today I'll be working on my sway bar end links, and actually ended up getting a bunch of stuff from Park Auto. Got a whole urethane bushing kit for the control arms, the sway bars, steering rack, bunch of stuff. So rear beam and everything. But today, like I said, I'll be working on the sway bar end links, getting all the old bushings removed, throwing them in the ultrasonic cleaner, getting them cleaned up. If they are still dirty with a little bit left over, I'm going to scratch them up with just a wire wheel, just a soft wire wheel, and get them painted. But I've already got a few bolts, a few things already painted up, already cleaned. So you got your ball joint components and bolts, whatnot, some control arm bolts, and the strut bolts for onto the knuckles. But yeah, so first things first, guess we'll get these sway bar end links ripped apart. So as you can see, just a couple washers, a couple bushings. This washer kind of got messed up, so I'm gonna have to bend that back into place. But to get this one out, it's pretty easy. Put it in your vise. Stick your screwdriver down in between it. Pry it out. Pretty easy. But we'll go ahead and throw all these pieces into the ultrasonic cleaner, get them cleaned up, throw away these old bushings. Because like I said, I got new poly bushings. So it's just as simple as tossing all this stuff in there. I'm going to add a little bit more. I got super clean in there. It worked fairly well yesterday. I don't really have any other detergent type solvents, so just top that up a bit. But all it is just distilled water and a detergent of some sort of degreaser. But throw your temp on. No, got to turn the whole thing on here. Throw your temp on and throw your timer on. I'm going to put it on for about 30 minutes. And it is quite annoying, so we're going to cut and come back in 30 minutes when it's all done.
A few moments later.
Alright, it's been 30 minutes. Water temp's up to 50 degrees Celsius. So we'll pull the basket out. This came out fairly well. Nice and clean. It's a little bit of that, I believe, is just kind of corrosion built up over, you know, whatever, 30 years of being on the car. But I mean, the threads came out nice and clean. Everything else inside there, pretty clean. So we'll go ahead and dry all this stuff off and give it a blast of primer. I'm gonna have to bend this one back, so I'll throw it on the vise and see what I can do. Came out alright. Probably put that one on the bottom side there, just hide that away. Alright, we'll give that a blast, some primer. Just got this primer here. Alright, I think they look pretty good. We'll leave that to dry. In the meantime, I have some control arm bolts that run through the front of the control arm, I believe, and some nuts to hold the steering rack on. We'll give these a quick little paint. I got just this rust barrier paint. It's black gloss, nothing special. But I just want to freshen everything up, make it look half decent. All right. That looks good. I know I do run the risk of chipping this off when I, go throw a socket on it and tighten it all up, but I'd rather have a chip where I can just touch it up with a paint pen or something, or paintbrush afterwards, rather than it look rusty and corroded looking. So it's kind of all in the details at the end of the project, so everything's gonna look good once it's all put back together. Alright, now that this primer's dried up enough, we can go ahead and throw some black paint on there. Same rust barrier paint as before. Just, this seals the corrosion and whatnot, so it doesn't rust up or corrode at all. So, just makes things look a lot nicer, I guess. We'll hit this with a little bit of paint. I think those came out pretty nice. We'll wait till those dry, and we'll get the poly bushings pressed into these guys here. Alright, a couple hours later, these things have dried up. A piece of dog hair, perfect. These things have dried up pretty nice. They're, yeah, they're all finished. I left the undersides just raw, because the poly bushings are going to be sitting on those anyways, so we'll get some poly bushings squeezed into here. And I got a polyurethane bushing kit. Comes with all the control arms, sway bar end links, sway bar bushings, rear beam, strut bushings, it's a whole kit in one. So I got everything. Everything's gonna be poly, which will be nice. So we need, for one of them, we need two of those, one of these guys, the other side there, and these are the middle bracket bushings for the sway bar. So we'll get these into the vise and we'll get them pressed in. So I'm just going to lay this cloth on there just to give it a little bit of protection. I don't know how well it's going to do, but so typically you have a press for all this, but I don't, and I don't really want to go and spend a few $100s on all this stuff just to press in a couple bushings and then, I don't know, probably never use it again. But this stuff comes with this super grease, Prothane super grease. I'm not really sure where I'm supposed to be using this. I would assume it would be on here just to help it slide in, and probably on inside here as well, just to help with friction and whatnot. You tell me, you guys are Probably more of an expert than I am with this, but we'll do it like that for now. And we'll get this thing centered as best as we can. So this is a major pain in the ass without a proper vise, or without a proper bushing press, but it works. There it is. Made a little bit of a mess, but excuse me. She's in. So the other pieces here, we will grab a washer there. One like that, and then this goes through the control arm, sits on the control arm. The other one sits on the bottom side. So the control arm will be underneath there. Like that. And then throw your nut on. There you go. Now that looks a hell of a lot cleaner than what it was originally. I gotta do a little touch up there, but other than that, happy the way it looks. And yeah, everything will be polyurethane and cleaned up in black. Well guys, this is a short one, small one, not really crazy or anything. Didn't really get too much done today. It's been raining outside, and of course I've got this rabbit in here, so I can't work on the car in the garage, but get the things that I need to get done inside the garage done. But I just want to show you guys one more thing. Just a massive shout out to TDC Shop and Sesh Motorsports. They well, they didn't send it out to me. I purchased this, but they sent it big huge Sesh wiring harness for the VR6 OBD2. It's got the 11-foot extension on it, so it's got a massive amount of length to her for the extension up and through the fender wheel well there. Went and got some P-clamps here to mount onto the fender. Probably just weld this bolt to the inside of the wheel well, fender well, and run the cables through that. So it'll look good, it'll look clean, hidden all the wires, and yeah, can't wait for that step. But first step is to get all the seam sealer and undercoating out of the wheel well and weld up the holes and get everything set up to where I need it. Then I can start running things. But yeah, until next time guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, do all that fun stuff, and keep watching for the progress of the build. Thanks guys.